So, welcome to Boxing Media Hub. You are here for another live prediction show with me and Ender, as always. And we are going for Artur Beterbiev, or Beterbiev, if you like, versus Callum Smith. Yes, Callum Smith. There's only one way to say it.
Smile.
Beterbiev, Beterbiev, 19 fights, 19 wins, 19 knockouts. Callum Smith, 30 fights, 29 wins, 21 knockouts for the IBF, WBC, WBO World Light Heavyweight titles. Feels ages since we've seen any of those titles online. Callum Smith last out was August 22. Seems a long time ago.
Well, this fight was postponed, so yeah, it would.
Yeah, it's just gone on, and people have really anticipated it. And that was against Bauderleek. Which was a win by KO round 4. And Beterbiev obviously last out January 23, which was against Yard, which was a win on TKO round 8. And a lot of people were quite impressed by Yard.
Yeah, he really gave a good account of himself. He really
came out, a lot of credit from that fight.
That's where you come out with a loss with so much,
you've gained almost.
Yeah, because everyone knows, Beterbiev is like an absolute beast, and fair play to Yard for getting in there and giving it a go and making a good account of himself for 8 rounds anyway, 7 rounds.
But Quebec City in Canada on the 13th of the 1st, 2024. Seems ages away, but it really isn't.
It isn't. It's less than 6 weeks away because that weekend I know that week very well.
Yeah, it's going to be a mad one. Interesting fight, Ender, to be honest. How much of being out the ring for that long for Callum Smith, though? It's a long time out. I know, obviously, Beterbiev, it was January this year, so it's still a long time for him. That'll be a year for him, let alone for the time with Smith before that. So, yeah, it's an interesting one. For me, Beterbiev, he's just, as you said, he's a beast. He's a different league, this guy. There's levels, and that's not to say Callum Smith's not at a great level, because he is. We know what Callum Smith brings. He's got, he will stand and trade. He's got good boxing IQ. He's great boxing ability anyway. Works behind the jab really well. But for me, Beterbiev is just a bit of a Terminator, to be honest. He's such a tough individual. I think he'll break Callum Smith down, and I think he will get the stoppage. Obviously, Yard was TKO round 8. Callum Smith is a level above Yard, if not a few. For me, though, Callum Smith, he won't have enough. I think we're going to look at a late stoppage, possibly 11 or 12 for Beterbiev. I think because Callum is that bit more resilient than Yard, I think he does go that bit longer, in my opinion. But yeah, I think it's going to be Beterbiev, in my opinion. She's put hi, Dad, but I'm sure she means hi, Ender, as well. So,
of course she does. Don't do that to her.
We're like a package deal. So yeah, Ender, where do you sit with this one? It's an intriguing one.
It is intriguing, and after Yard's great performance, we look at the last time Smith faced a superstar, and it was Canelo. And it didn't really perform at his highest level. We don't know whether he got starstruck or, the whole occasion got the better of him. But he really has to be on guard, literally, this time, because we all know Beterbiev is an absolute beast and will kind of smell fear and seek and destroy like a laser-guided missile, his fists. I mean, he's 19 wins 19 by way of stoppage. So he just, nothing stops him. And I don't think Callum Smith will either. Even though he is the best of the three Smith brothers, and he is a world level fighter, but Beterbiev is an elite level fighter. He's in the pound for pound rankings for me. And we all know what the fight we really want to see. It's Beterbiev Bivol, and hopefully Bivol will get some kind of a European passport or something to say, I am not Russian today. Maybe he'd be Canadian too. But we all want to see Bivol and Beterbiev, and it's good that Bivol has that fight coming up. So maybe, it'll kind of coincide then a nice summer fight between the two of them. But absolutely can't see anything apart from a Beterbiev win. When I think it could be in the mid round. So I'm going for round 6, 7, 8 for a stoppage by Artur Beterbiev. There you go.
Yeah. SWS Boxing. Winner will fight the winner of Bivol Arthur. So he'll be fighting Bivol. That's no disrespect to Lyndon Arthur. I think that's massive credit to him for taking that fight.
Oh, absolutely.
Because a lot of people don't even want that fight. So for Lyndon Arthur to take the gamble, it is a gamble, and hats off to him.
Shocking that last year's fighter of the year didn't fight at all this year.
Sajid, stoppage 7 to 8 rounds, so sitting around the same as Ender there. Callum can't take the beating Anthony Yard took.
I would probably agree with that.
Yard is a tough customer. There's no doubt about it. Bivol.
No, because Yard really impressed so many people with his durability and resilience.
But I think a lot of people wrote him off majorly going into that fight.
Yeah, but I mean, that was in past performances, to be fair,
But I think coming out, he came out a lot better than people expected him to. So
absolutely. I mean, his stock rose after that fight. So
where when Callum Smith fought Canelo, a lot of people thought Callum Smith was going to be the guy to cause Canelo issues because he was the tougher opponent that people were looking forward to give it a problem, and it just didn't go to plan.
He was just another British cannon fodder for Canelo in the end.
SWS Boxing, good on Lyndon, and Beterbiev will win. So let us know in the comments. Are we? I don't think we're totally overlooking Callum Smith here. Sam. Sorry,
I'm just saying. Jesus, Sam went out on a limb with that prediction.
Yeah.
Beterbiev will win.
There you
How
go.
and when?
So let us know in the comments. Give us your predictions. Just give us the lowdown on how you think the fight will go. What fights? What happens next if Callum Smith loses? What sort of fight route does he go down? Beterbiev, we know the Bivol fight is going to be the next stop almost. Hopefully. I think if Saudi Arabia have anything to do with it, it's definitely happening.
Out there. Well, actually, Saudi money will make it happen, and that's not necessarily a bad thing,
Yeah. So, let us know. Let us know in the comments. Ender, as always, thank you very much.
Let us know if you want any predictions, which fights you want us to predict in 2024. Let us know, or even if there's any before Christmas that we've missed, let us know, and we'll see about getting a prediction up.
Yeah, have a flick through the back catalogue of everything that's there.
Absolutely. Dive into the library that is JG's Fight Talk / Boxing Media Hub.
It's quite a selection. But until then, Ender, thank you very much. And do you know what? I think we'll have some of this. Or have we got a comment? We've got a comment. Just quickly. Beterbiev versus Bivol in Saudi Arabia. Beterbiev being a Muslim, it's more likely Saudi to host the fight. Fair shout.
All good.
On that note, thank you very much to everyone that left us comments. Leave us your predictions and comments below. Hit the subscribe button and check out the rest of the content. This has been sponsored by Falcon Contracting and Price Global Solutions. and we will see you soon. Until then, do you know
Absolutely.
what?
Take care.
Have
Slán.
some of this.